This demonstration will show you why we are concerned with lead-contaminated dust. Even a small amount of dust can be extremely harmful, as even 1 gram of lead-based paint can contaminate a large area. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll use a packet containing 1 gram of sweetener. Imagine if this 1 gram packet contained crushed paint with just enough lead to be defined as lead-based paint, which is 0.5% by weight. Let's see what happens when this sweetener is released. Leaded dust particles are often so small that you cannot see them, yet they can be inhaled or swallowed. Notice the amount of time it takes for these fine particles to settle. Even paint with a small amount of lead can account for a lot of lead in airborne or settled dust. Notice how hard it is to see the fine dust on the floor once it's settled. Once lead-contaminated dust is released, it can be easily tracked around a work area. Interior work activities can generate a lot of lead dust, but remember that it's not just the dust on the inside of the house that poses a problem. An exterior painting project could just as easily contaminate the inside of a home as the dust, chips, and leaded soil are tracked inside. Now let's clean up the dust. Using this broom and dustpan, I'd like you to try to clean up the dust. Do you think the sweetener is all gone?
No, probably not.
You're right. Normal cleaning methods won't clean up all the dust in a work area. Sweeping is not enough. It's important to use water, detergent, and a HEPA vacuum to clean up the dust effectively. Is there any sweetener remaining on the soles of your shoes?
Yes there is.
Where do you think that sweetener is now?
Probably all over the room.
Even a floor that looks clean can have dust on it. One way to test the amount of dust on the floor is to do a dust wipe. Here's another question. Do you think a lab analysis would show dust on the wipe?
Probably.
You're right, it would. Imagine that the packet of sweetener was actually full of lead dust. The fact is that a 1 gram packet of crushed lead-based paint could contaminate an entire room to levels above the federal clearance limit. Let's review the math to verify this statement. A packet of sweetener weighs 1 gram. 1 gram is the same as 1 million micrograms. Imagine that 1 gram packet contained crushed paint with just enough lead to be defined as lead-based paint. The sweetener packet would then contain 5,000 micrograms of lead dust, enough to contaminate 125 square feet to a level of 40 micrograms per square foot. If the dust had a higher lead content, it could contaminate an even larger area. At 1% lead, 1 gram could contaminate 250 square feet. At 5% lead, it could contaminate 1,250 square feet. So there you have it. As you now know, even small amounts of lead dust can create a hazardous situation. Please be aware of these hazards and take the appropriate safety measures to ensure that your health and those around you is not jeopardized. Thank you.